Okay, hopefully this one should be a really quick one. It's literally just CCA formula. Okay, so we were supposed to do the tax shield stuff before. It took way too long. Sucks. Anyway, so the tax shield benefit, basically how much do I save on my taxes because of CCA, is equivalent to the tax rate, obviously, because the tax rate has to be involved, times your CCA deduction. Okay, so basically, let's say I deducted, let's say my CCA, like, depreciation rate, whatever, I mean, like, let's say I took out, okay, let's just go back to this first example that we did right here. The CCA oh, wait, that's way too above. CCA deduction was, what? 7 times 30? That's net income. Oh my god, it's 5 times 30, because 5 is the expense. I'm so dumb. Wait, no, it's not time. It's 5 times the CCA rate. Would be expense times the CCA rate. So for our guy over here, we're going to use 20% as our CCA rate, just because we're too lazy to change it. Actually, no, let's use 10%, because 10 is a nice number. So let's say our CCA deduction, let's say our equipment, like, Jesus Christ, what even? We can predict the max amount of CCA firm can claim from year of acquisition thought to infinity. Oh, through to infinity. Okay, so first of all, okay, I'm just going to write this stuff down. The present value of a perpetuity, okay, perpetuity equals the amount that you pay all over the rate minus G. Okay, cool, makes sense, great. In this case, this amount that we pay each year, like each time, like we have to pay our taxes and all that stuff, that, oh, right, okay, whatever. This is equivalent to the cost of our asset, okay, which is like, let's say, I have no idea. Let's just name it C. Okay, it's named C, but whatever. The cost of your asset, let's say the cost of the equipment was like $5, okay, so it would be 5 times the CCA rate. So let's say, oh my god, our CCA rate was 10%, right? So, oh, what the hell? It doesn't go all the way down? Yikes, whatever. Our CCA rate was 10%. Oh, is there maybe like an undo button? No. Oh, wait, there is. So our CCA rate was 10%, right? CCA rate was 10%. And then multiplied by your tax rate. Okay, and our tax rate is going to be 30%, because why not? That's a very high number. Basically, this is basically, oh, yeah, that makes sense. My bad. This is basically how much tax benefit do I get in the first year. So in the first year, my cost of asset is C, and then I multiply this thing by the CCA rate, and then I multiply it by the tax rate. Does this make sense? Okay, hold on. So basically, the cost of asset times the CCA rate is literally just CCA deduction, right? Because to find out like how much depreciation, whatever you get, you have to multiply the rate, for example, the DDB rate, multiplied by their cost of asset. Or it should be carrying amount, but just for year 1 is just cost, because year 1 there's no depreciation. So cost times CCA rate, and basically the amount that you save is a tax rate. So this number, like this thing over here, what this represents is how much money do I save each year. So for example, in the year 1, oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, how much money do I save each year? Okay, so basically in year 1, it's like, yo, this is how much I save, ooh, yay. And in the year 2, this is how much I save, this is how much I save, ooh, yay. Whatever. And I keep saving this money all over, like, forever and ever and ever, because I keep the equipment for, like, forever and ever and ever. So, I want to bring this value back to the beginning and see how much is it worth now. What is the present value? Like, what is the present value of my CCA deduction? So, basically, like, how much money do I save right now because of the CCA? Like, basically, if I had no CCA, if I had to remember that first example where I just, like, calculated the tax rate right after the revenue, that's kind of sad, right? Because we have none of this, like, depreciation stuff to make our taxes lower and all that, yay. But in this case, we do, so we want to find out what is the present value of that money. And this thing is, like, a positive amount. Basically, it's like a cash inflow, because it sort of represents what money wouldn't go out in a way, right? Like, if we didn't have this, if there was no such thing as CCA, this would have been the outflow money. But now we're like, yo, like, we actually gonna get this money back, yay. So it's an inflow, okay? Great. And inflows are good, because we want money. Cool. So the present value, oh right, and there are like letters for this. CCA rate, the letter is D, okay? And then this tax rate, the tax rate, the letter is T. That makes sense. Oh yeah, you can remember like CCA is basically depreciation, so it's D, whatever. And then the R minus G, so R is just the normal discount rate. Never mind, no it's not. It's something else called K. What the hell is K? What? K plus D. Discount rate. Okay, hold on a second. That makes sense. Okay. So you know how, this is a bit weird. You know how this is the growth rate, right? Like, so how much does it grow each year and all that stuff? Oh, that actually makes sense. Okay, you know what? Remember how I mentioned here that this is just for the first year because it uses cost of asset, not the carrying amount? So basically, the second year, it will not be the same thing. First year, it'll be this amount. This stuff over here. I don't know if you can see the mouse. This stuff over here. But second year, it'll be different because the cost of asset will be the carrying amount. So the money, like the amount will fall down. That's why this growth thing that we do here will have to be our CCA rate. Because, right, because each time the amount, like this cost of asset thingy will go down by the CCA rate. So, like, you know, it turns into the carrying amount, basically. So, basically, the C top will have cost of asset times the D, which is CCA rate, times T, which is taxes, all over R minus G. So, growth is always a positive number, right? Because, like, you know, we're like, yo, like, I'm going to get more money in the, whatever. I'm going to get more money in the future. But in this case, the CCA rate actually makes that money less because the carrying amount, like the cost of asset will go down because the carrying amount will go down, whatever. So it would actually be like a negative number, negative, and then D. For, remember, the whole CCA rate is D. So which is CDT all over R plus D. Only thing is, they're using the letter K here for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like K for capital, I guess. But it's literally the same thing, just like the discount rate probably. They don't say anything else about K. No, they don't. Yeah, no, they don't. So it's probably just like a discount rate, whatever. So C, I mean, it says discount rate. So I don't know what it literally cannot be anything. Whatever, there's one to be fancy. This one messes up more. So it's K plus D. Okay, so basically this is basically the thing, okay? But there's this thing called the half year rule, which basically says that for the first year, so like in the year that you buy the asset, let's say I bought the asset in year 0, okay? So let's just say year 0. What the hell? Where'd it go? Oh, what? Well, let's say I bought the thing in year 0 and it's 2020, right? Basically, in 2021, I mean 2020 end, at the end of 2020, when I recognize my depreciation, all that stuff, I cannot use the full amount of the asset. Because here's the thing. What if I bought the asset like July? Or what if I bought it June? Or why the hell is June after July? Whatever. What if I bought it at some other date, right? And not exactly January 1st, 2020. Right? And there's like a whole bunch of possibilities. I could have bought it anywhere here. On average, I buy it like June. I don't know. So it's not really an average, whatever. It's just like the mid-year point. Midway point, okay? So basically, in the first year that we buy the asset, we only depreciate it for half of the amount. So you have to multiply this entire thingy by this adjustment for half year rule. So I'm not too sure about the math for that. I don't think it's that important either. So we're just going to multiply this entire thing times the adjustment for the half year, which is just 1 plus 0.5 times k, which is, remember, interest rate, times 1 plus k. And, right, so this is basically just like 1 plus k over 1 plus k minus 0.5k, right? So this 1 plus k plus 1 plus k, usually when we multiply something by 1 plus k, that just gives us like the actual money with the depreciation, right? So if we're doing this thing by a smaller amount here, oh my god, how the hell did it change? What? How did it change so quickly? Whatever. So basically, if you're multiplying it by the 0.5 on top, it's a smaller number, so our, our first year depreciation is a bit tinier. Whatever. That's basically the gist of it. Wait, does that mean that this is only... No, this is the present value of perpetuity. Oh. Okay. Present value. Okay, cool, whatever. That's it. This is a lot longer than I thought it would be. But anyway, yeah, so that is it. So basically, if you're given like a whole bunch of numbers, you're like, here's the cost of the asset, here's the depreciation. I mean, yikes, here's the CCA deduction. Here, oh wait, no, I was right, my bad. Here's the tax rate, here's the interest rate. Whatever, I'll be able to find out what the CCA deduction is. So I'll be like, yo, because of the CCA deduction that you have on your equipment, you get to save $200 on taxes for the rest of your life. And that's basically this thing. Okay, cool. So it's a cash inflow because it's how much I save from not having to pay taxes. So if we sell this thing, we get money, but we also lose out on future CCA tax benefits. So for example, if we sell, remember that when we sold that thing before, let's just say I sell like something. Let's say I have like a whole bunch of like a bunch of assets, and then I sell this guy. Okay, sell like this one machine that's over here. Now the CCA deduction doesn't happen to this guy. So basically, even though right now when I sell it, I get like $800 or whatever, I could have gotten so much CCA deductions. I could have gotten so much tax benefits, which I'm losing out on. So I don't know how important that is here, but like whatever. It's just a thing to keep in mind. Like I could have like gotten some benefits, which would have been like, you know, applied to this guy over here, I mean. But I'm getting the money right now and whatever. Cool. So you can actually figure out whether selling the machine right now would be better than this thing right here, given all these things. Cost, yeah, you can probably just be like, how much would the tax benefits be? How much would I be able to sell it for right now? Should I sell it right now, or will the tax benefits be higher? It's, I mean, obviously it's like really like iffy, but yeah, you could probably do that. Okay, cool. Okay, there's actually another part to the CCA tax shield stuff that I have to keep in mind. So present value of CCA. Wait, is that what it is? Tax shield. Okay, and here's like the final formula, whatever. CDT over K plus D, which is what we used before. Remember, 1 plus 0.5K over 1 plus K. Cool, and then you have to subtract some random stuff. SV is salvage value, okay? DT, so same thing as the whole, wait, this is literally the same thing as this thing over here, but we're using salvage value instead of cost. Why is this? Because we want to find out what is the present value of all our salvage value. No, we don't. Right, okay, so basically, right, yeah, this makes sense. So basically, I get to depreciate the stuff on this cost, right? But then here's the thing. After a salvage value, I cannot depreciate more. Like, how, like, does that make sense? Like, you sort of have to subtract the fact that you have a salvage value. Like, you know how when you depreciate, you have to do, like, the cost minus salvage value? Like, for example, for straight line depreciation. Divided by the number of years. That's basically the gist of what you're doing right here. The cost minus the salvage value. Because right now, you depreciated the salvage value. But the thing is, at the end of the year, when I sell this bad boy, I get a heck of a lot of money. Right, yeah, this makes sense, because right now, I'm like, hey man, here's your CCA deduction that comes because of your, here's the tax benefits. Okay, this part is the tax benefits. And this guy over here is like the entire thing, the entire salvage value that I also depreciated. And this, you have to bring it back to the present value. So 1 plus R, which is K to the power of N. So this is literally just, this part is just like bringing it back, okay? And this is just salvage values, the whole, when you did the tax benefit on salvage value, and you're like, no, there's no tax benefits on the salvage value. That's basically this. Okay, cool. And I think that's basically the gist of the formulas. And this is like the final formula, okay? It's like the big formula. Capital gains is when your asset is sold for a bigger number than your original cost, which we went over that time. The 1,200 is greater than 1,000. I don't know what the hell that is. 50%. Right. Okay. Right. The capital gains tax. We talked about capital gains tax. I'm just gonna do this like really quickly. 50% of your realized capital gain. So let's say that time it was 1,200 minus 1,000. So my gain is 200. Basically, what they're saying is 50% of your gain is subject to tax at the corporate tax rate. So basically, it is equal to 0.5 times T, which I'm assuming is your tax rate, probably, the corporate tax rate, Okay, it's like a special, yeah, and this is for this 50%, times the salvage value of your thingy minus the cost of your thingy. What? Salvage value minus cost? Are you even reading this perfect? Okay, I don't know. 1 plus k, 1 plus the rate, all over n. This part is just to bring it back to the present time, okay? This part is because they're like 50% of your realized capital gains subject to a tax. 50%. Here's the tax rate. And here's the salvage value. I think this is a salvage value, probably. Minus C0. What the hell is C0, bro? Oh my god. Whatever. I hope let's because here's the thing. Will the salvage value really be bigger than the cost? No, right? Because the salvage value is something like 2,000, whatever, and then your cost is like here. I mean, this is a different number here. I don't know. Jesus Christ, I might have to learn this. Tax, salvage value n minus C0, corporate tax rate, capital gains tax. This might be the gain. Capital, all right, this could be C for capital gain. But then why do you have to use salvage value here? Why the hell is that? I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, this is it. Bye.